Getting up to the code 3 chase. Suspect was last reported southbound. Can you give me more info on that call?
In this series, top cops, criminologists, psychologists and journalists will brief actors on the events leading to the murder of an innocent. It is the actors who reveal the raw emotions in the stories of a stalker who kills.
He actually has sent emails saying that he will rape me.
Kill Joanna, she must die.
And kill me.
Kill Joanna, she must die.
Should I be worried about him? Should I not be worried about him? I don't know.
Kill Joanna, she must die.
He emails me every single day.
Kill Joanna, she must die. It's not my fault. It's not my fault she's got all these stupid opinions.
What goes on in your head?
Johanna Justin Yinich and Stephen Morgan enrolled on the same summer course at New York University. From the moment Morgan saw her, Johanna's life was in danger.
There she is, that Jewish princess.
Joanna could not have been happier. University to look forward to, and a chance over summer to study a specialist module with like-minded people.
My life is amazing at the moment. I'm going to New York City, which is a dream. I've always wanted to be in New York and study at NYU. And I'm really excited. I'm gonna meet so many people from all around the world. And yeah, I'm so happy to be alive and to be a student in New York.
Johanna's in an amazing place. She's on a course, it's a summer. She's very excited about what the future can hold. She's really into her studies. She's really popular, got lots of friends, and she's just in a great place.
The gender studies course Johanna chose reflected her passions. She felt strongly about women's rights.
I'm taking a course on sexual diversity in society, and I'm really interested about how sexual interactions happen within a society.
Johanna is very much about women's rights and power and sexuality for women, and it means a huge amount to her.
Well, I mean, you know, I have strong beliefs, and also I'm not gonna let people kind of diminish me as a person.
She wouldn't have held back in class. She would have really gone for it and put her opinions across.
Yeah, if I don't bow down to people, people might not like me, but I'm a strong person, and I'm kind and loving, and all I care about is what my friends think of me.
One student, Stephen Morgan, seemed to be drawn to Johanna's vibrant, determined personality.
What was Morgan's primary motive to enroll in this course? Possibly to meet girls. We can't be certain, but he certainly latched on to Johanna.
There's one cute girl there who I've been chatting with a bit. She seems interesting. She's a bit opinionated though.
Johanna was particularly concerned about the health of young women and their rights to planned parenting.
I really want to work to educate young girls about their choices so that they can make the right decisions and hopefully aim for a good life, a great life.
Another ingredient in the mix of Johanna's story, her religion, Jewish. Morgan had displayed anti-Semitic traits before, so will have spotted that Johanna was proud of her heritage.
My grandmother actually survived the Holocaust, and if she hadn't kept fighting, she would have never had made it. No one believed they could have made it out of there, so.
As for Stephen Morgan, his background reflected a man clutching for purpose, one who wants to belong.
Morgan, aged 19, joined the Navy, serving on the guided missile cruiser the USS Lake Erie, based in Pearl Harbor.
He did not last long in the Navy. He did not last long at anything he did. Not that that is how he saw things.
Well, I was in the Navy for a while when I was younger. I worked really hard to get here, to get my credits for the semester. And I don't know.
It was during his days with the Navy that Morgan stalked for the first time.
His first stalking victim, or at least the first we know about, was a man. So Morgan's mental instability and his obsessions weren't just targeted at women.
I was friendly with him. We were hanging out. And then he disses me, he just pushes me away. Like, you just don't do that.
And the specific target for Morgan's prejudices? Jews.
The Navy man was Jewish, and much of the abuse was targeted at his religion.
Morgan does have a problem with Jews. He thought that they were too powerful and wanted to take too much control, and he really hated that.
Not that Johanna knew any of this when she came across Morgan. He noticed her. He barely registered on Johanna's radar.
I think I don't know, I haven't spoken to him. I think he's quite shy. Yeah, I don't really see him contributing much or that interested in the class.
Yeah, I haven't figured her out yet. I think she's one of those Japs, you know, those Jewish American princesses. It's everything she wants.
I can imagine he fixates on her for a few reasons. Because she was so outspoken, because she was Jewish, because she was very attractive, and she probably stood for all the things that he couldn't stand. But I wonder whether on some levels he also liked her and he hated the fact that he liked her.
Daddy's little girl. You know, doesn't have to lift a finger in life. Everything done for her, spoiled rotten.
In class, he doesn't hide his contempt for the gender sensitivity course.
Yeah, so with Morgan it's quite tough because he doesn't seem to understand much about the course or women or sexuality, and every time I say something about it, he always has something negative to say back and contradicts what I say. And it's quite tiresome, but hopefully he will learn and understand a little bit more about what this course is about.
Yeah, but it's really just about sex. I mean, these people who are on this course, it's not just because they want to talk about social studies, it's really just because they want to talk about sex.
The confused mind of Stephen Morgan invents some sort of relationship between him and Johanna. The stalking begins.
I think she likes me.
He's only known Johanna for a matter of weeks, but he's already developed a delusional obsession.
She likes hanging out with me. I think she likes my company. I mean, we've been out a couple of times, but we haven't kissed yet, so.
If anyone needs a course on sexual diversity, it's Stephen Morgan.
Morgan turns to the classic 21st century stalker's tool, the internet.
Yeah, so Steven started sending me emails whilst in class. Some of them really aggressive, some of them just completely ludicrous.
This was the first time alarm bells started ringing. Johanna has simply been talking freely about something vaguely related to sexuality, and around the same time, Morgan becomes obsessed with her.
I don't know. I don't really know what to respond to him. I've told him to leave me alone, but he keeps doing it, and yeah. He's a weirdo. He's a freak.
He emailed constantly and called, but he was given no encouragement.
She wouldn't pick up the phone. What am I supposed to do?
Up to now, their brief relationship has been friendly. With others around, they've gone out for a couple of meals, but Morgan thought that he had some sort of control over Johanna.
She won't answer her phone, she won't answer my emails. Like, where the hell is she? What's she doing? I need to know.
Oh no, there's no way that I'm gonna let this weirdo get under my skin. I've met a lot of strange people in my life, and yeah, he sends me these weird messages, but you know what? I can move on, and I'll just keep ignoring him and telling him to leave me alone.
But Stephen Morgan was not the sort of man anyone could ignore. A few weeks into a course at New York University, and Johanna Justin-Jinich has had enough of Stephen Morgan.
I've seen Stephen Morgan, and he's really not someone that I want to be around at all. At all.
People can think what they want. I don't care. I mean, you got weird things about you, right? Everybody's weird.
But he did care, hence his harassment of Johanna. He had become part admirer, part harasser.
Yeah, so he emails me every single day.
Where the hell is she been?
Every single day when I wake up, I have emails from him. Many, many, many emails. Piles and piles of emails.
Well, I sent her like 3 emails. I called her like 5 times. I mean, what the hell?
Saying the most horrendous things about me, about my family, about who I am, where I come from.
I don't like Jews. I don't like them at all. They're greedy. They're spoilt. They don't have to work for what they get. Yeah, it's getting really, really scary, actually.
Given Morgan's view of Jewish American women, he saw Joanna as the epitome of that. She was everything that he hated and couldn't stand.
Like she's just disappeared. She's just not replying. Who does that? Like, that's not fair. Like, we've been hanging out, we've been spending time, and she just won't reply to me?
He's crazy.
Some of the emails positively spluttered his hate of Johanna, others of his desire for a date. But mostly, they were violent, threatening.
Yeah, he actually has sent emails saying that he will rape me and kill me.
Joanna had had enough. She reported the harassment, and the NYPD were called in.
But the police did nothing.
Are you kidding me? You should see what he writes me, all right? He says he's gonna rape me.
And then when the police don't do anything, I wonder if she then feels even more intimidated and slightly out of control.
He says anti-Semitic things against my family. That's a sign of someone who's completely lost their mind.
At that moment, I think she is quite frightened, and I imagine she's quite looking forward to going back home.
He knows where I am. He knows me. He knows everything that I do because he sends me them in the emails. He sends me where I am, what I've done. He will really do it. He's one of those people that can actually kill me. I don't know what I do. What should I do? Help me.
So the stalking continued, but amazingly, it is Morgan who feels that he is the victim.
Morgan's mental health problems weren't picked up on. Had they been picked up on, that's the tragedy in this story, he probably could have had help.
I mean, like, who does she think she is, huh? What does she think she's doing? Is she blaming it all on me, huh?
Morgan is unwell, mentally unwell.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault she's got all these stupid opinions she's just come out of nowhere with.
What goes on in your head?
She was the object of his fascination, and I don't think she could have done anything any differently. She did nothing to provoke him.
She's not thinking logically or clearly, like blaming me for calling her so many times. Just pick up the phone. Just pick up the phone. I don't understand. I'll call you if you don't pick up the phone, so just pick up the phone. I'll call you again. What's so hard about that? I don't get it.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Still on the same campus, Morgan sees Johanna regularly. He berates her for her appearance.
She comes in, she's looking like a slut. She's got this tight dress on, low-cut top. Like, what's she doing? Why don't you just cover up? You look like a prostitute.
Who do you think you are? You have no right to call me a slut. You have no right to call me a whore. That is disgusting. You are disgusting. Get out of my life. Leave me alone, you freak.
I'm just saying, have a bit of decency. Have some self-respect. You're just like flaunting yourself for everybody to see? That's dirty.
He is relentless, message after message telling Johanna of Morgan's opinions.
I told her she was going to have a lot of problems down the line if she couldn't take any criticism.
He tries to say to her, if you carry on acting like this, you're not going to get very far in life.
I mean, like, you got to wake up.
He's almost telling her to stop being the way that you are. You're drawing too much attention. So on some levels, like as though he cares, but on other levels, it's stop doing that because I don't like what you're doing and it's wrong and I want you to do what I want.
Wake up to this world. Come back to reality. It's not like it's all just a game. You gotta understand that you got flaws like anybody else.
So I replied to him, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that's what I would expect from a Jewish American princess.
I'm so tired of you stalking me.
They all think the world's just gonna fall over at their feet.
Leave me alone.
Hounded by emails, spooked by his presence in the same building, fearful of his violent overtures, Johanna takes to staying indoors.
I'm becoming afraid. I feel vulnerable. I feel scared to leave the house. You know, I used to be so out there, I do whatever I want, but now I'm starting to really rethink that. Rethink about my independence. I feel dependent. I feel scared.
And there was worse to come. In 2008, Johanna Justin-Jinic leaves New York City to begin her full-time university course at the Wesleyan in Connecticut. At last, a chance to get away from her stalker.
I think Stephen Morgan is a thing of the past now. I'm at Wesleyan and things are good now. I'm happy now.
She determinedly continued working for her causes, for tolerance about sexual diversity, and, prominent in her beliefs, the rights of women to maintain control of their own body. Studying, socializing would not divert her.
Well, you know, the kind of work I do, you see a lot of really sad things happening, and sometimes it's just like, what's the point, you know? And also there's a lot of people who don't care about this kind of stuff, and all they care about is cheerleading and football and stuff like that. And yeah, it's hard to kind of know how to push yourself forward and keep helping people and understanding people, but I'm trying.
Without Morgan on the scene, Johanna could commit with even more energy.
She would have felt a huge amount of relief because they're not in such close proximity to each other. She's back with her family and friends.
But Johanna was still under threat. Morgan was intent on finding her. He had been researching on the web about Johanna, tracking down the course she was doing, the college she was at. At no time did he let up his email campaign.
I'll track her down. I'll find her. She thinks she can hide? She's got all those opinions, all this confidence.
Yeah.
Somebody else has got some opinions too, and maybe you need to listen. Maybe you need to hear them.
Morgan's madness was escalating. His delusions appear as certainties. Everything he thinks is happening is not.
I think her dad wants to kill me. He's trying to kill me. I saw him the other day. I saw him, he was out with a shotgun. I know he's spying on me because I saw him.
He resumes the messaging campaign to Johanna.
Oh my God. You know how I had this guy who was stalking me? I think I just saw him here. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I think he's here. I think he found me.
Morgan went to great lengths to find out where she was. He followed her at work. He knew what her hours were when she was on university, when she was at home. He wore a wig so that he couldn't be identified.
I've seen her on the campus.
He was going to great lengths to try and find out where she was and what she was doing.
I know that she's planning something. I've got to stop her.
It's Morgan. I can't believe you found me. I thought this was over.
She's watching me. I know she's watching me.
Morgan's fixation on Johanna is right at the front of his mind. In a terrifying mixture of obsession and mental illness, Morgan began writing a journal.
I write in my journal every day,
sharing his darkest thoughts. Thoughts dominated by anti-Semitism and murder.
I look at the pages and I'm confused because one day I see something that I've written and I don't remember writing that. It's her. She's made me think things that I can't remember. Like, why is that there? It's my writing. I thought it might have been somebody else that written it there, but it's my writing, and I'm like, it must be me. She's done something, man. I think she's done something. I think she's She's messing with my mind. And I can't think straight. I can't concentrate.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're crazy. Oh my gosh, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away. Get out of my life.
If she's written in my journal, because I think she's been doing that, or she's been getting someone to do that, because it's my writing, but I didn't write it. I didn't write it.
You're deluded.
Nobody was able to see how Morgan's mind was disintegrating. His version of events was completely detached from reality.
It's questionable whether Morgan is sane at this time. He starts believing that Johanna is watching him through his laptop.
I'm not watching her, she's watching me. I think she's put some microphones in my house, in my camera, in my webcam. Maybe she's put a microphone in there. I gotta stop her.
Morgan is now a lethal cocktail of paranoia and obsession. He's effectively out of his mind. He's now become capable of committing the most horrendous crimes.
I'm not scared of you.
She made it clear how she felt. She replied, "You don't deserve to know me, and you never will, so stop littering my life."
Johanna confides in friends.
All right, Jessica, there is a man who is trying to kill me, okay? He has sent me emails. He knows where I live. He knows where I go. He's watched me going to school. He's watched me at university, okay? I don't know where he is. He could be anywhere right now. He could be listening to my phone calls. I don't know. He's a freak. And he could kill me. He will do it. He's one of those people that actually will do it.
I've seen her. I've seen her laughing. I've seen her joking with her friends, talking about me, talking about how she's gonna ruin my life, make me crazy, make me think that I'm crazy. No, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill Johanna. Because I gotta put a stop to this.
Did he mean it? Would he do it? Could anyone stop Stephen Morgan? Matters were coming to a head in the story of Johanna Justin-Jinich and Stephen Morgan.
It was December 2008, about a year and a half after they first met, when Morgan sent one last message.
Did the message prompt a swift response? Stop stalking me.
She told me that I had to stop stalking her.
Morgan thought that she was stalking him because he was unwell, so he thought that she was sending him messages through his laptop and that Johanna was being controlled by her father to control him.
I had to stop stalking her.
That just goes to show the extent of his mental instability.
She's stalking me. She says she has to take defense classes against me. She's the one that's trying to make me think I'm crazy.
So Morgan thought that Johanna was watching his every move through a camera on his laptop and then telling him what to do through that camera.
I'm not crazy. She's manipulating everything, twisting it, turning it into something it's not. I'm gonna keep watching her. I'm gonna keep seeing what she does.
Each day, Morgan reveals his mind, scribbling his notes.
Morgan made more entries into his journal. He wrote, "I'm jealous of the people at Wes." He had resented people who studied for university degrees ever since he failed to make the grade.
The journal, when later uncovered, revealed his pathological hatred of those at the university, particularly Jews.
Yeah, it's okay to kill Jews.
Morgan writes in his journal that he will kill all the beautiful people at the Wesleyan. Chillingly, he adds, "Kill Johanna, she must die." She was one of a group that he wanted to kill.
He went online and researched the Columbine and Virginia Tech shootings, 2 mass murders at American schools. It was obvious what he was thinking. And he searched hate Jews as well.
I'll kill all the Jews. Greedy, feed off of others.
Johanna's confidence to carry out ordinary things like leaving her student accommodation was by now hugely undermined.
I don't know what's going to happen today, but I don't know what's going to happen any day.
Given the fact that he was hearing voices about her and what she was doing, he would have been incredibly dangerous at this point, because the voices would have been telling him what to do, and he would have been adamant that he needed to do it.
All those beautiful people, all those smart people, they're gonna get what's coming to them. They think life's so easy.
Believing that she saw Morgan when she was in where she felt was her safe zone, I imagine would have been quite terrifying for her. She would have been thinking, what's he doing here? Is he here to see me? Why is he following me? Given the intensity of her fear when they were on this program together, when she thought she saw him, I think that probably would have triggered a lot of fear in her.
Should I be worried about him? Should I not be worried about him? I don't know.
She would have been worried. She should have been worried. Morgan was about to strike.
At 11 a.m. on May the 6th, Morgan made his final entry into his journal. "Kill Johanna, she must die."
Kill Johanna, she must die. Kill Johanna, she must die.
I don't know. I'm in a limbo. I don't know if something's gonna happen to me that day or not.
Kill Johanna, she must die.
If I'm gonna be okay and I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna hang out with my friends.
Kill Johanna, she must die.
Or if I'm gonna have some horrible encounter with a deluded man.
Kill Johanna, she must die.
Morgan knows she works in a bookstore near the campus. He pulls on a wig, puts a gun into his belt, and sets off to kill as many people as he could, beginning with Johanna.
The cafe was in the basement. There was no security to stop him just walking in because they weren't expecting a gunman.
There she is, that Jewish princess.
Johanna was serving a woman who was looking in her bag for her purse.
She spots him.
Get out of here!
I'm not going anywhere. Your time's come.
There was no going back for the deranged, delusional Stephen Morgan.
Given the fact he had a gun, I don't think she stood a chance at all.
Kill Johanna. You must die.
No!
Morgan walked straight up and opened fire.
A witness later described what she had seen, what she had heard.
The woman heard 4 loud, what she called pops. She turned around to see smoke in the air and bullet cases on the ground. Morgan then leaned over the counter, squeezed the trigger, and shot her 3 more times as she lay on the ground. He didn't say a word. It was a cold-blooded shooting.
At the point when he's in the shop with a gun, I don't think anybody could have done anything.
Morgan shot her 7 times, stashed the gun in a bag, and fled.
His mind had been taken over. He had a job to do, and I think he saw it as he was doing everyone else a favour by getting rid of Johanna and then going on a mass massacre to kill more Jewish people.
A massacre had been on his mind. There was plenty of evidence for investigators to later decipher his plans.
Morgan had left his computer bag behind. Inside was his laptop and a black 9mm semi-automatic pistol.
After he's killed Johanna, he leaves the gun there, takes his wig off, hides the wig, hangs around for a bit to see the aftermath of what he's done, gives the police his details, and then goes.
It was like he wanted to see the effect of what he'd done. Maybe he felt his life had finally had some sort of impact.
After his phone call to police, Morgan will have realised that the pistol he had was not the sort of gun that he'd need to go on a killing spree.
I think there would have been a realistic chance of him carrying out the massacre if he'd have had the weapon. But given that he didn't have the weapon, that shows his state of mind, that it was all over the place. It was quite frenzied.
He left the scene, driving from the campus bookstore calmly and with nobody in pursuit. Several days later, with huge resources committed to finding him, he got the chance to experience the impact that he had created. He even had a nickname, the Wesleyan Shooter.
He was in a convenience store only 10 miles from the university campus when he saw his picture splashed up on the front of the local paper. He calmly bought a smoothie and asked to use a phone at the store to call the police. He told them, "I am the Wesleyan Shooter. I killed Johanna, and you should come and get me."
Minutes later, police arrested him. The question for the legal system: was Morgan an evil, cold-blooded killer stalker, or were things more complicated even than that? He was committed to a special facility and assessed for mental illness whilst awaiting trial.
The defence argued that Morgan was delusional, paranoid and psychotic, so he wasn't guilty of murder because he was insane. His behaviour throughout this horrendous stalking case supports that. In prison, he believed the guards were reading his mind and that his thoughts were being videoed and sent to his family.
Morgan was found not guilty of murder on the grounds of insanity and committed to a maximum security hospital. But the distinction between an insane stalker who kills and one who can be found officially guilty of murder is probably of minor importance to those left to mourn Johanna Yinich, a woman who had the misfortune of coming across Stephen Morgan, a stalker who kills.
Morgan was one of the most deadly stalkers because of his long-term mental instability. He was delusional. He created a fantasy relationship with Johanna. He was paranoid. He thought she was spying on him through his own laptop. And he was psychotic. He had no grasp of the real world.
The story's a tragedy. Johanna was the target of somebody who was very mentally unwell, and there's nothing she could have done about it. You know, you can't change who you are. She was a lovely person with really strong beliefs, and those beliefs ended up being the death of her because she spoke her mind. I don't think there's anything that anybody could have done. Morgan was a very unwell man, and she was his victim.
In Kaiberia, Kenya, a clinic opens its doors daily to women and families to both care for them and to educate in one of the key causes pushed by Johanna, Planned Parenthood. It is called the Johanna Justin Jenisch Clinic.